At a family meeting, my parents casually mentioned they would use my inheritance to pay off my brother's debts. I just let them talk because they had no idea I'd already transferred all my assets into a trust fund they couldn't touch. Walking into my parents' house that evening, the tension was thick. My dad had texted, requesting a formal family meeting about my grandmother's estate. My grandmother, Malartha, passed away last month, leaving me a substantial inheritance. She'd been my mentor, teaching me everything about money and financial responsibility. My brother Jonathan was the opposite. While saved, he spent. Our parents constantly bailed him out. Mom made my favorite lasagna. She only did that when she wanted something. Dad cleared his throat. Alexandra, family is the most important thing. We believe in supporting each other. Mom jumped in. Your brother has creditors breathing down his neck. Jonathan sighed. I made some investments that didn't pan out, then Dad dropped it. We've decided to use your inheritance to clear Jonathan's debts, the casual way he said. It left me momentarily speechless. They weren't asking. They decided you're doing well financially. Mom added. You don't really need this money the way Jonathan does. I kept my face neutral. How much? About $250,000, Dad said. I nearly choked. That was likely everything Grandma left me. We already spoke to Martha's lawyer. Mom continued. Since you're family, it should be straightforward to redirect the funds. They'd contacted the lawyer before even telling me. Tell me more about these debts, I asked Jonathan. He shifted uncomfortably. Business loans mostly, some credit cards. What complications require? $250,000, Jonathan snapped. Why does it matter? You're sitting on cash you didn't earn. The least you could do is help your family. I excused myself to the bathroom, passing Dad's office. I noticed a folder labeled Jonathan's finances. Inside were records of previous bailouts totaling over $100,000, none repaid, screenshots of Jonathan's social media showing luxury vacations, an email from his ex warning about his gambling problem. I took photos of everything. When I returned, I asked calmly, when did these gambling debts start? The room went silent. What gambling debts? Dad asked sharply. We never mentioned gambling. $250,000 is a lot for just business expenses. Jonathan's panic confirmed it. There's something you should know. I talked with Grandma before she died about her estate. Dad frowned. Whatever she told you, the will is clear. There's no money in the estate, I interrupted. Mom's face went pale. What do you mean? 6 months before she died, Grandma transferred everything into an irrevocable trust. The will you're eager to execute is empty, Jonathan exploded. That's bullshit. All in the trust, I confirmed. Mr. Fenwick set it up specifically to prevent what you're trying to do. Dad's expression darkened. You're lying. I pulled out my phone. Virginia is a one-party consent state for recordings. I've been recording from the moment walked in, every word about taking my inheritance, Jonathan's gambling debts, everything. The blood drained from Dad's face. Mom looked at me like she'd never seen me before. How could you do this to your own family? You were planning to steal my inheritance without asking me? Jonathan paced furiously. You think you're so perfect? You have no idea what struggle is. I worked 3 jobs through college while you failed out of the university they paid for. Don't talk to me about struggle. Dad tried intimidation. If you expose this recording, you'll destroy this family. I'm not exposing anything unless you force my hand. Just stop trying to take what's mine. Mom straightened. This isn't over. There are ways around trusts. Trust was established while Grandma was of sound mind. It's ironclad. But waste your money on legal fees if you want. You're no longer part of this family. Jonathan spat. The words hurt, but I stayed composed. I would have considered helping if you'd been honest instead of manipulating me. I picked up my purse. The money stays in the trust. As I walked out, I heard Mom, what will we tell people? Even then, her concern was appearances. I didn't look back. 6 months of silence passed until they called again. Jonathan's latest venture had failed. They weren't apologizing. They needed more money. I offered free financial counseling. Jonathan's response, unless you're offering actual help, don't contact me. My grandmother always told me, love doesn't mean saying yes, it means knowing when to say no. The trust didn't just protect my inheritance, it protected me from a lifetime of manipulation.